My name is Rhapsody. Welcome back to Slay the Spire 2. I am sleepy. I needed to record these earlier today, and I didn't record these earlier today, and now it is later today. And my caffeination is wearing off. I'm getting sleepier and sleepier. The sun is down. The weather is plummeting. I'm getting cozier. I'm wearing a waffle weave t-shirt. I'm cozy as hell. I might nod off in the middle of this run. So if I do, I'm gonna need one of you to take the mouse and finish the run for me. Look, I'm gonna be sleep talking, so that's completely fine. Commentary covered. You're just gonna have to make some of the worst plays imaginable, so that people don't suspect anything. What do I do here? Is it Pomander? Is it Pomander? Is it the Pomander I want? It's the Pomander I want, right? Can I Poe that Mander? Ooh. Oh. How do I feel about this? Again, we're in another situation of only 2 rests on the first floor, which, like, I really thought that I was going to have so many more situations of 3 rests or, God forbid, 4 rests on the same line in the first floor. Now that there's inflation rather than gloom, that is to say, there's not the 6th ascension level no longer says fewer rest sites and now says you have 50? No. Removals start at 100 gold, increased by 50 per. I guess I got a couple options here, really depending on how many elites I think I can take. I am Regent, aren't I? Oh boy. No, I'm not Regent. Oh my god, this episode of... Y'all, remember when I told you I'm sleepy? Not moments ago. You can't have forgotten it. Are you that sleepy as well? I'm supposed to be the Necrobinder this episode, which, you know, what happened there is I looked at my character and I was like, am I strong enough to take 2 elites on the first floor? And I looked at my character and I was like, I'm the Regent. Probably not. But if I was the Necrobinder, I might be. And then I realized I was supposed to be the Necrobinder. My name is Rhapsody. Welcome back to Slay the Spire 2. I'm playing the Necrobinder. I'm also tired, sleepy, sleepy, and I need to go nap. But I'm not going to leave you high and dry. We've got content to record. Oh boy. Look, I'm not going to tell you I'm extremely enthused by any of these paths. I will tell you 1 upgrade to elite. Oh, actually, it's 2 elite, 2 upgrade? Okay, it's not that bad. Could have been worse. Yeah, right, I'll go for that. You know what? Sling us a random rare. Ooh. 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 Well, that's one hell of a rare. Let's get that upgraded as soon as possible so that I'm just drawing an additional card every single turn. I can just choose whether or not I want to use it. And, of course, we have the additional benefit of it synergizing with anything that cares about us playing ethereal cards. So Veil Piercer obviously comes immediately to mind. Also Pull from Below. And Veil Piercer as well. So, you know. Can you stop hitting me, please? It's doing a lot of damage. Thankfully, I've got this Pull from Below, but the problem is, every time I play Pull from Below, I'm not playing damage cards. That's a big problem when I want to be playing the damage cards, you see. Alright, we're all good. Get me out of here! We've got Larkaville Matriarch at the end of the floor, so I should try and make a... Huh. I mean... Oh, it's Invoke, because it'll give me the additional energy. I've got additional draw on a future turn. Yeah, it makes sense. Strength is seldom that relevant as Necrobinder, so here I'll take the money. Yeah, I don't really want to take the money here, because it comes with a card that's probably going to be bad for us. God, imagine getting Clash as Necrobinder. Give me the relic. Oh, hand drill. Whenever you break an opponent's block, add vulnerability to him. We'll be able to use that on Larkaville Matriarch. I mean, I guess it is possible that we end up in a position where we just play, like, hard value the entire time, then just wait for Call of the Void to generate us a win condition. I'd like that not to be the case, though. Wait, hang on. There's no way I got lethal here, right? Yeah, no, I'm short. Wait, hang on. No. What I'm supposed to do that turn is not play Call of the Void. Call of the Void is a longer term play, and that's a shorter term fight. So it's the exact turn that I was on. It's just I don't immediately click Call of the Void. Instead, it's Bodyguard, Unleash the Backline, and then Strike. Defenses against the largest amount of damage I could have managed that. Defend double strike, and... Oh, Page Storm. Whenever you draw an ethereal card, draw a card. I mean, we're... In the second cycle of this deck, we've got a ridiculous amount of power. The only problem is getting to that second cycle. As soon as I figure out how to live, it's over for you, buddy. Alright. I don't have 18 damage to throw into you, but I do have some defense. Severance, Dirge, Defile. Severance works in the same deck that cares about Invoke. I mean, there is the option of just taking Defile. If I care about ethereal cards, why don't I care about Defile? It's an ethereal card that does direct damage. Gimme. Especially because we got an elite there. Ooh. I was not expecting to get a shop on this line. God damn. Damn! Whoa, hold up. Okay, we got value in here. Veil Piercer. Next ethereal card he plays, 0 cost. Obviously really good. I think Book Repair Knife is probably one of the strongest relics on Necrobinder. It's actually amazing to me this is not a rare relic. It offers something that so few other... It offers healing with such consistency that almost no other relic is as effective as. And it's uncommon, not rare. I mean, to be fair, you can only obviously get it on Necrobinder, but still. Every time I see this, I'm overwhelmed by the fact that it's uncommon. Lava Lab is also really interesting, especially as Necrobinder. At the end of combat, upgrade all cards rewards if you've taken no damage. You can definitely ball out of control with that and then eventually just be unkillable. But, in and amongst that, we also have Veil Piercer. Deal 10 damage to the next ethereal card, you play cost 0. As well as removal, as well as cleanse availability for clearing a couple cards in the draw pile. We even got pass if we care about the ethereal draw. Which it's possible to, but I think I take Veil Piercer removal here. I could take cleanse, but I'm going to save that money instead. I don't think cleanse is that important to us. Ooh. Well, this is annoying. I'm going to use a strength bot because this fight actually could be really bad for us. It really depends on if Call of the Void is interested in generating us any sort of defense for this. So I can strike the backline, setting up vulnerability, giving me the ability to kill them in a single action next turn. I'll do that. Call of the Void double defend is next turn. And then it basically just comes down to... I mean, actually, if I draw my... Wait. Lethality, then Veil Piercer is 18. Great, that's enough to take down the front line by itself. Then I can drop a defend, and I've got the Veil Piercer buff going into the next turn. It's really important. Yeah, this is one of those cases you play him because you gotta defend, defense, spur. Take 4. I mean, yeah, squeeze kills the back line, but it's the best damage I can prevent this turn unless I just full block with bodyguards. God, if only I kept that Etheria. Oh, actually, never mind. Strike is already lethal because of the lethality. Great. Then defend. Could have been bodyguard, would have been the same result. Perfect. Holy Smooth Stone. Another invoke as well. I'm not against the additional invoke. I got a lot of card draw and a lot of, like, I've got a lot of reasons to care about additional energy on a future turn. Granted, I can afford one upgrade. Book of the Rings. Ooh, okay. That's not how I wanted to see that go, but it's okay. We're getting the additional card every single turn. We already got the energy for it. Debilitate. Okay, so cool. We're gonna be short on damage this turn. Alright, that's fine. I got an invoke. We're all good. Defile, Blight Strike, Age Storm, Defend, and Invoke. This one's gonna ball out of control pretty quickly as well, so... How do I feel about having lethal for you next turn? Well, I mean, I don't defend with the invoke anyway, so... Doesn't really matter. Fire in a Bottle! Severance, Snap, and Wisp. Retention's less important in a world where I'm dealing with a lot of ethereality. I could take Wisp and have additional energy in the first cycle, but that's not especially important. Like, it just denies me a card in hand that could be relevant on a turn where I have Invoke. And Severance kind of... Well, with the second Invoke, maybe I feel like Severance is something to be floated in this deck. This one's got to be Rest. It's probably even going to take the Fairy and a Potion to get us through the next fight. We probably even have to Rest here. I'm not liking how this is turning out right now. We're getting way fewer upgrades available on the first floor than I was really hoping for. Okie dokie. Hit him with the Defile, Bodyguard, and train some power to upgrade some cards in the deep pile. Oh, wow. End of Days is going to be incredible here. Veil Piercer, Strike, Endo Days. Kills the Summon Dead. And all I gotta do is defend. We're out of here. Dredge, Defile, Calcify. If I had, like, super energy positivity, maybe, like, Dredge. Maybe, like, a Borrowed Time or something like that might justify it, but no, nothing right now. Even if I do want 5 more cards, I'm not going to get 5 cards before the end of this floor anyway. 1, 2, and... This is where it's dangerous, but I'm going to play the Invoke there, because I think if I don't leave myself additional energy on this turn, I'm going to be dead. Speaking of gonna be dead, that's us right now. But we knew that. That's the Fairy in a Bottle. Grand. Veil Piercer into Severance into Defile. Double Invoke? I think maybe I double Invoke here. Okay, I can see the mistake in the double Invoke. I mean, it's good additional HP on Austia at the absolute least. Speed Potion, gain 5 dex. Ripple. At the end of your turn, if you didn't block, gain 4 block. I mean, I do have a concern that Lagavulin Matriarch is going to kind of dance all over our graves because I have no scaling. But I do have scaling. As long as Call of the Void decides that I get scaling. I wonder if maybe I should take No Escape. But the thing is, No Escape with no other Doom in the deck, that's nothing. That doesn't solve an issue for you. Oh boy, this guy could just slap my buns right off though. Just to be clear about that one, this could actually easily kill us. Well, there's your additional block. I'm gonna use a speed pot this turn so I can stop you from gaining strength. Let's unleash and then dodge. Okay. Guess all of them, then we double defend, and then we take a bunch of damage, and then we die. Yep. You know, it's probably better to die here than later. Yeah, absolutely. Through and through. The problem with that deck is I got Call of the Void too early, and I was relying on Call of the Void rather than building a deck. And I should have built a deck, and then also had Call of the Void in it. That might have made some sense. Large capsule. I don't think I can take out 4 elites, but maybe 3. Like, if I went large capsule, take the additional 2 relics. Really depends on what relics they are, but we might actually have the opportunity to take this line. That's a lot of value on the first floor. Phantom at the end of the floor as well. Oh, okay, hang on. These don't make us that much more powerful. Planisphere. Whenever you enter a question mark room, heal 5 HP, as well as the Lasting Candy. Every other combat, your card rewards contain an additional power. Alright. Well, is there a path that's significantly better than that still? Because I think I kind of still want to go down that path. Is the dominance of powers available in our run? Is that something that pushes me in a direction? Like, you know, maybe it pushes me in the direction of doing something Doom-related? Just because there's a lot of them that care about Doom. I want Invoke, but Invoke isn't something I take before So in this instance, right? Take some AoE. Hey! This fight's gonna be so much easier because of the So! Okie it is. Time to see our first power. Countdown. Yep, that's what they just say about the whole Doom situation. Maybe we end up with more powers relating to Doom. Let us guiltily remove a strike from the deck. Oh my gosh. Ripple Basin. Hey, that definitely cares about us playing a Doom build, because then we can avoid playing attacks and get 4 additional block a turn. Sleight of Flesh also. Very interested in us playing some sort of a Doom build. That said, I'm very interested in us removing a card right here. Cutting another strike from this deck, and then adding a beautiful Grave Warden. Fine. While I'm full defending, I'm still getting 6 Doom a turn on the enemy, so we're actually still making progress. So yeah, in a turn where defense is really, really bad, and it justifies me just going all out aggressive, I'm ready to do that. It's not this turn. It's this turn. Okay. Attack potion fishes for... Oh, wow. Squeeze. Handy. Squeeze. I'll bodyguard, unleash, and... drop the sow here. Or Grave Ward. It's Grave Ward, and we retain the sow. One, two, three. Done. I mean, getting an elite right before a first rest site is always going to be a bit tough. No escape, friendship. Friendship is the additional energy that I'm kind of desperately asking for constantly right now. And no escape is the doom scaling that would really get us the win. I'll take that first. Because I know that we've got this in this position, and I might... Well, actually, what if I just went all these? What if I just went down the line of all the question marks and used the question marks to heal me from Planisphere so that I could justify going for upgrades more so that I can actually upgrade these cards in the deck, like the countdown? I think that's what I do. Yeah, I'll take a random relic and clumsy. Oh, sure. Yeah, upgrade my defensiveness. I care about that. Launch Q every time to play 10 attacks. Gain stuff. Every other combat. Not every other card reward. Every other combat. Important to note. Let's look at... Oh. I mean, Death's Door is incredible when you've got Countdown. Heal 20? Hell yeah. And then I'm gonna take the opportunity to go here and take another upgrade because we just keep getting offered the opportunity. And heal in another space. Beautiful. That worked out so well. This is still a tier 1, like, easy fight because we've had so many question marks. See, there we go. Now that's how the fights are supposed to go. Nah, don't need any of that. Oh, interesting, buddy. Good to see you here. I really like that we've got this fight here as well, because it means that we have our next second combat, the one that will be affected by the lasting candy, as the boss fight, which means it has to generate a rare power. Which means Neurosurge. I mean, it could mean Neurosurge. Which means Neurosurge. Probably worth me actually having a look at that skill potion this turn as well. Yeah, I can drop them blankly, especially because we lose Ossie this turn, so in the next cycle it only costs 2. Mm-hmm. And we're down to just 1. 0! Oh my gosh. Look at all that melancholy. Beautiful. Unceasing Top Spur, Capture Spirit, Grave Blast. There's certainly a position for Grave Blasts in this deck. A Grave Blast. And we'll upgrade it as well. Oh! Countdown Bodyguard turn 1. Actually, hold up. It's not worth pulling a Bodyguard back into hand that I don't intend to play there. We just play the Bodyguard in the countdown, then we end our turns so the Ripple Basin can defend us. Defend, defend. No escape. Your turn. There we go. I might not get through the enemy slippery before I kill him with no escape, by the by. BTB, just in case. Oh yeah, it certainly seems like that'll be the case. All right. You can die if that slippery's still on you. Yeah, I don't know about that sentry mode stuff, though. Necromastery, whenever Aussie loses HP. I'm not really giving Aussie that much HP. I could take Undeath just as a way to defend myself while I'm doing all of this. Undeath doesn't care because... or it isn't as costly as it otherwise might be because we've got the Unceasing top. And it really helps us just, like, pay for defense while we're cycling through the first cycle of the deck. I will say Seance is also really good in the same reason, for similar reasons, rather. It's just Undeath doesn't need an upgrade, Seance does, and Undeath has a couple of card interactions that make it ridiculous. Replace the Act 2 path with a special map. Is it going to be more special than the triple midline rests? I don't think so. Very hot Cocoa. I do like, but I don't have any access to additional... Oh, wait, hang on. I was about to say I don't have any access to additional draw on my first turn. Yes, I do. It is called the Unceasing Top. As long as I don't have a curse in that first turn, we're all good. There you go. And I drew all the way down to the Clumsy, which exhausted itself. Perfect. Defend, Bodyguard. Undeath. Defend. Ugh. 15, 8. 15, 14. Yes. Defend 10 health by using the Bone Brew here. Fine. Worth it. Guilty is out of the deck, and Invoke is in? Fuck? Maybe if it was upgraded, I think we might be a bit late for an unupgraded Invoke. I got a lot of upgraded to do in this deck. Hey, give me them foul potions. Ooh. Yummy. I'm gonna throw those at the shopkeep. Pretty important to me that backline dies super soon. I'm gonna drop this. Yeah. This additional potion on him. That backliner does 19 damage per turn next turn, which suddenly means defending against anything becomes a goddamn nightmare. Yeah, so just one more safe turn gives us the ability to take out Bulbug Rock easily. Lethality not interesting. Delay still is, though. Dingy Rug. Card draws can now contain all other colorless colors. There's a foul potion for you, buddy. Cop that. Slurp this one. There you go. Give me the anchor, and I'll remove a strike. How keen am I on that negative pulse? I'd be more keen on the negative... I can take a single copy of negative pulse. I'd be more keen on it, though, if I also had access to a shroud whenever you apply doom to an enemy. Gain 2 block. I said I don't have that at the moment, but that's what the Larsen Candy is for, to get me additional powers that synergize with the powers that I have. Grave Blast back a no escape, and no escape. That's about as much defense as I can get done there, but only losing 3 HP and finishing the fight is pretty good. Fetch, Strength Power, Reap. The reason I won't take Fetch here, despite other reasons to take Fetch, like Nunchaku, is because it will cause me to turn Ripple Basin off on a lot of turns without really adding that much benefit to our deck. Yeah. I really hope we get a good first turn here, just cycling through a bunch of cards. Negative Pulse, incredible. And look, I mean, we only had 1 mana more to spend there. It's about as good as it gets. Death's Door. I almost want to, like... I almost want to do exactly what I'm gonna, which is I'm going to Grey Blast back a Negative Pulse. I'm going to play So for the energy, and then I'm going to play Negative Pulse for damage to everyone. I need you all good and ready to die. There we go. I mean, look. Does it hurt? Yes, it hurts. But we got through that fight, and that was the worst one we could have had. Soulstorm, Grave Blast, Pull from Below. Annoyingly not particularly good in any direction there. Let's get the second energy out of the delay. Oh, Venerable Tea Site. Venerable Tea Pot, rather. Set. Rather. Whenever you enter a rare site, start the next combat with 2 extra energy. So we got 2 extra energy this turn. Woohoo! All right. Yeah. Whoo! Ha! Wow. Would have been nice to use some of that energy. Just a note for the future. I do think we're probably much better off just full defending. I say full defending. Using all of our energy to defend, certainly. Oh, hey! Come out the other side. Beautiful. I knew he had an AoE card in this deck. Done drafted it myself. Colorless Potion, fetch Afterlife. So, no. Get that Negative Pulse upgraded. And... oh, right, again. A lot of oh my god. It's Ascender's Bane stopping me half the time here as well. Yes, there is a point now to remove Clumsy so that I can get more energy out on turn 1 from the Unceasing Top, but Ascender's Bane will always be in my deck there, stopping me from getting that. I gotta look for oh god. Yuck. Oh no. 7. Okay, I gotta use Secret Weapon to pull out Unleash. And then that and So keeps us quite safe this turn. It doesn't allow me to play any of the things that are gonna give us the ability to win the fight in the long term. So, you know, just at the cost of winning the fight in the long term, I survived the fight in the short term. So that's nice. Dreadful business there. All right. I think we are safe now. Okay, I spoke too soon and too loudly. And now, we are dead again. I think we're saved now. Radiant Tincture, Dance Macabre, as well as... I don't need another Grave Warden. That's not the thing that's let me down. Unfortunately, I'll have to take another normal fight, because that elite feels like way too much right now. Good lord, the clums! I suppose throwing the 20 additional on the front line is a good idea here. It's much easier to take that target. Stagger you for one more turn. Grave Blast back a Grave Warden. Oh, everyone's like 1 or 2 points away from deceased. Oh, man. I did it. I legitimately screwed myself. I was trying to take down everyone within a series of attacks from another. I think if I'd focused on individually taking down targets like this spider, this web boy here, I would have been in a much better position. Kaiser Crab was always going to be pretty difficult for us here. We're quite well defended after the first cycle. I really... What is so bad about our defense? It's the energy. It's the energy cost of it, largely. It's the fact that, like, you know, the very hot cocoa first turn, everything's incredible. And then as soon as I draw a turn that's just like Grave Blast, defend, strike, defend, like, suddenly I'm so far behind the 8 ball. Without Ribble Basin, we weren't making anywhere near as far as we did. I do like what Lasting Handy can do for Necrobinder, but I do think a single Shroud added to that deck really would have helped change our fortunes. Giving us the ability to get additional block off of every Doom application, including not just Countdown, but Negative Pulse as well. No escape. Also, of course, not losing a billion HP in the Desert Millipede fight so that I don't have to spend one rest. Yeah, so that I don't... I mean, that would have had me on much higher health going into those future fights as well. How much better could I have prepared for Desert Millipede by that point? Because I knew that this was going to be an elite. What about the shop? Potion of Doom. Perhaps I should have considered taking Potion of Doom as a high priority in that shop, because that is a deletion for just one section of the Desert Millipede, which, like, you know, it gives you the ability to put them out of sync with one another, to reset the reset the buffs rather on part of the Desert Millipede. Gives you a lot of different options. I mean, there's a world where I use the foul potions to take out the Desert Millipede, but I think that's a particularly good one. Yeah, if I was going to make any retrospective decisions in this run, it would be to collect a couple of potions after clearing out my potion stack here. A single block potion, a single weak potion, a single doom. I could have just bought all of those potions, so I would have been pretty happy about it. I could have even also just gone block and potion of doom, and I probably still would have taken like 30 less damage in the Desert Millipede fight just by setting up a target to die much earlier. Also, an opportunity to get an upgrade on that delay earlier, because delay is like, it's a good defensive card even without the upgrade, right? It's, I'd say good. It's 11 block, right? It's enough to play a defend a lot of the time. 13 is not really the change on the upgrade. It's the fact that it gives you 2 additional energies so that you can start rolling 1 delay into an invoke, into a delay, into an invoke. The fact that we so commonly had 3 energy and had to just play out 3 energy worth of stuff like Bodyguard, Unleash, and Defend without being able to play out Delay or Countdown or any of the things that would have confirmed our ability to actually get more powerful over the course of the fight was really where we started to tail spiral there as well. Because you play 1 Delay, you play 1 Invoke, it starts to ball out of control. Of course, you play Countdown, and then suddenly Death's Door is a ridiculous blocking card. You don't play Countdown, and then suddenly No Escape and Death's Door aren't really doing anything in this deck. Little too little draw as well, I think, for this deck. Couple more sources of easy soul gain. So maybe the additional Grave Warden at some point would have also been a good idea. I also think, like, dodging a bit more. Because, like, if I took a couple more upgrades, if I had a couple fewer needs on the first floor to rest, and instead got to take a couple more upgrades on key defensive cards that I'm likely to play consistently, I think we also have a much easier time putting together a defensive core with our limited mana. And then still turning around and playing the cards that actually make us better for the fight. A familiar feeling, it says. Yes, it is. This is the slump. This is called Slumber Party? Alright, I guess I deserve it? I interrupted? My bad. For the moment, my name's been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Slay the Spire 2. I'm going to be doing Rising Intonation for every single sentence in the outro. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves. Special thanks this episode to Cold Heart. Hopefully we'll see you next time.